Welcome to your Sunday Sports Report. So, yesterday I watched some college basketball games. I watched a Georgetown team come back from 10 points at halftime. They're down 10, and they pulled it into overtime and then won. And then I watched a very. But the other game was very good and intense, and it was like really close, and it was awesome. Anyways, the other game was very physical and defensive. It was Louisville losing to the number one seeded Kentucky team, 58-50. It was a very low scoring game, and like I said, very physical. And then I sneak peeked in on some other games, like in NBA. I saw the Raptors, which is the number one team in the East, beat the Clippers. I don't know any Toronto stars at all, which is funny, but I know the Clippers have like Blake Griffin, who can slam dunk really well, and I know they have Chris Paul and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I started watching a little bit of the other game with there was a BYU college basketball team that come back from 16 down, and it was all in the first half. It was like, I guess with 9 minutes and something left, there was a 16-point deficit, and they come back and tied it at halftime. I mean, I didn't see the whole thing. I'm like, no, I missed the comeback. But, yeah. Anyways, in the NFL world, there are some big things going on because this is the last week of the regular season, week 17. And in week 17, I think there's at least 4 teams in the hunt, that aren't in the playoffs yet, but are trying to get in. And there's a lot of teams that are like in these wild card spots, and they lose, they're out. They're just completely out of the playoffs. So a lot of the games, maybe all of them, are really important games for teams trying to find seedings and just trying to get in the playoffs. Like, I think the Falcons are trying to get in, and there's all these like crazy playoff scenarios and all that stuff. It's always like that at the end of the year. So I'm going to be watching some of those games today. I'm definitely going to watch, for example, the Steelers game is definitely important because if they beat the Bengals, they will win the division and get a higher seed and get a home playoff game for their first match. Now, they won't get the 1 or 2 seed, so they'll still have to play in the wild card round, but Steelers will still get a home playoff game. And the Bengals could end up, I don't know where. But if they lose to the Bengals, they're still in the playoffs. They'll have a 5 or 6 seed and have to go on the road. Now, Steelers can probably win on the road, but they're actually better at home. So, yeah. And I think that is and I will report tomorrow on other stuff maybe. So that is your Sunday Sports Report. Have a great Sunday.